to choose the best childcare scheme for you, and apparently we've only got 4 weeks to apply for them. Isn't that right? It's not long.
It's going to be even quicker than that, and I'll explain why in a moment. So yeah, this is about people who pay for childcare. These schemes work across the UK. They're state-backed schemes. And when I say pay for childcare, you're talking Ofsted or equivalent in other parts, in other nations of the UK. Ofsted registered schemes, so nurseries, childminders, after-school clubs that people often forget. If you're paying for childcare, then this help may be available for you, and it can be thousands of pounds.
Okay, so where do you want to begin? Because there's 2 childcare schemes.
Let's just talk through the big picture of the 2 schemes. The new one is tax-free childcare. That's a name. I'm not sort of saying it's tax-free. It's called tax-free childcare. It started in April 2017. And what it does is you set up an account under childcare choices. It's a bit like a bank account, but it's a government scheme where you put 80p in. For every 80p you put in, they add 20p to be spent on childcare, up to a maximum of £8,000 per year per child. So if you put the full £8,000 in, they would give you 2,000. You would have £10,000 to spend on childcare. So you can see how valuable this can be for people. Now, the other scheme is childcare vouchers, and this one has been around for a very long time. It's offered via employers. The way that this works is effectively what you do is you do a thing called salary sacrifice, where you give up some of your salary in return for childcare vouchers. So let me just talk you through how that works. So let's say you give up £1,000 of salary. Now, how much do you actually get in your pay packet for £1,000 of salary after tax and national insurance? Around 700 quid. So in return for losing £700 from your pay packet, you get £1,000 to pay on childcare.
I see.
So the tax and national insurance bit is the bit you're up. So you give up £1,000 of salary, not really giving that from your pay packet, but you get £1,000 of childcare vouchers. Those are the 2 schemes. Here's the problem, and here's why everyone needs to consider this right now. The childcare voucher scheme closes to new members on the 5th of April. Why? Because the government wants to introduce its tax-free childcare scheme, and they think that that one's better. As I'll explain later, it's better for some, it's worse for others.
Okay.
Now, childcare vouchers close on the 5th of April, but to count as a member of childcare vouchers, you have had to have received a voucher. So it will have had to go through your payroll system and get you a voucher, which means, frankly, the deadline today or tomorrow. In most cases, you need to speak to your payroll today or tomorrow, or you're not going to get it done in time. It's why I'm doing it so early.
Right,
and it's going to be right on the cusp for people if childcare vouchers is right for you.
Yeah. So are both schemes open to everyone?
No, they're not. So this is the first way to decide. You might not be eligible for one or the other. Anybody can get childcare vouchers provided their employer offers them. Not every employer does. So it's a question, does your employer offer them? And of course, if you're self-employed, you can't get them. Tax-free childcare is available to the self-employed, and anybody can get it with the following 3 provisos, which are big. First of all, you have to earn over the equivalent of 16 hours of national living wage, which is £120 a week. You can't earn, and in a couple, neither parent can earn over £100,000 a year. And if you're a couple, you both need to be earning over that figure, so you both need to be working. So if there is a stay-at-home parent, you're not going to be eligible for tax-free childcare, but you would be eligible for childcare vouchers. So if one of you is a stay-at-home parent and you're eligible for childcare vouchers and you're not in that scheme, you have to have a child to join it. You can't join when you're pregnant, in case anybody's thinking, actually have to have it. Then you need to join that straight away.
But as soon as your child is born, you can
the day they're born. Now, if it's a woman, she'll probably be on maternity leave. Whether you can't actually get the payment on maternity, but you could on, your back to work days, what they call return to work days, where you come in for 1 day. Everybody will know it's
like
the name.
Keeping
in touch days. That's it. You could ask to be paid one on your keeping in touch day, which could get you through this. Right. You see what I'm doing there?
There's a little way, isn't there, when you know?
Right. So that's
why he's sitting here.
That's right. So that's your eligibility criteria.
Yeah.
So if you're eligible for one or the other, go for the one or the other that you're eligible to. Where it gets really complicated is if you're eligible for both, choosing.
Yeah, which one's better?
Are you ready for this?
Oh, God.
Okay, let's do a table. We'll do it.
All right,
we'll do it. Here's the table. Okay, which is better? Bringing up the table. There we go. First of all, childcare vouchers. That's actually the wrong way round. Childcare vouchers work up to a maximum age of 15.
Oh.
That, right? Maximum age of 15 is childcare. That's my fault. I didn't check the graphic properly.
Okay.
I take full responsibility. A maximum age of 15, 16 if your kid is disabled. Tax-free childcare works to a maximum age of 11, 16 if your kid is disabled. So for after-school clubs, childcare vouchers are better if you've got an older child because you can't use tax-free childcare. But here's the right one now. So discounts. Because childcare vouchers give you your tax and national insurance back, The effective discount for a basic rate taxpayer is you're getting 32% off your childcare. For a high rate taxpayer, the number in brackets, 42% off. Contrast that to tax-free childcare, which is just the 20p on
The
top.
vouchers are better then.
So vouchers give you a bigger discount.
But
The maximum amount you can get in vouchers for a basic rate taxpayer is £930 per parent, £624 if you're a high rate
so if
taxpayer.
you've got more children, if you've got 4 children,
So,
it's never
so
straightforward.
here's my summary, and let's keep that on and let people look at that while I do my summary. Basically, if you've got relatively small childcare costs, you're better off with childcare vouchers if you can get both. If you've got big childcare costs and they're very expensive, forget the fact the discount's smaller, you'll be better off with the tax-free childcare scheme. I put all the details on the website. It really is important, if you're paying for childcare and you're not using these schemes, that you sort this today.
Okay.
The details are on the website. Do not dilly,
I
do
will
not
correct
dally,
that
do
and
it
make
today.
sure that's in the right place as well.
Yeah.
Complicated but important.
Yeah,
And I think
quite
I
right.
just about got that in the end. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Martin. Right, still